What's going on YouTube? Berzerk here, bringing you my first ever manga review. This is for Naruto chapter 677. And yeah, basically this chapter's pretty fucking crazy. It's the start of the Infinite Tsukuyomi. The first page, the moon of the eye opens, and then first thing you see is that Mokuton statue fall down. And Noiki just freaks out right off the bat. He doesn't know what's going on. And it seems to be like everything's shaking. Like no one noticed the meteors yet, I guess. So they maybe think it's an earthquake or something. But Spiral Zetsu, he seems pretty confident that Madara's already won. He says, I don't need this anymore, assuming it's the body, Well, that's what I assumed right away. And then, the next couple pages, we see some of the fodder shinobi and the Raikage, like the Edo Tensei Hokage, the Hokage, the Mizukage, all those shinobi that we haven't seen in forever. We see them, but now they're like zombies, basically just getting controlled by the Infinite Tsukuyomi. I guess once the light of the moon hits you, you get... it seems to be giving everyone RINNEGAN. I don't think it's like they getting the powers. It's more like hypnosis, because they all seem to be staring off into the moon like mindless zombies at that point. All the Edo Tensei Hokage basically are just standing around like looking at everyone else becoming zombies, wondering why it's not happening to them. I assume it's because they're Edo Tensei. I mean, they're part of a jutsu. They're not really there, so... And I'm sure it's all living things. It even shows some cats with RINNEGAN, which I thought was pretty funny. I was like, alright, cats with RINNEGAN, that's cool. And you can see Orochimaru. It's like he finally gets RINNEGAN. But yeah, he's fucked too, so... Which is pretty weird for me, I don't know. I just feel like Orochimaru, he's pretty fucking tricky. You'd think he'd do something, but I don't know. That face, he looks like he's fucked. Just like everyone else. Anyways, shit's just getting crazy. You see Shikamaru talking to Choji, and basically just Captain Obvious status, just stating the obvious the whole time. The first person really to notice the moon before everyone gets all hypnotized is, I believe it's Akamaru. He sort of barks, and then Kiba like freaks out and tells Shino, look at the moon. And then, then everyone's like zombie mode. Basically, Sasuke sees the moon's eye, so he flies down, quick thinking, flies through all the meteors that Madara has brought down. Naruto does 6 Rasen Shuriken Biju bombs trying to destroy all the meteors, and freaks out on Sasuke for like flying through them to come down, but it's actually really good that he did, because apparently the light of the Infinite Tsukuyomi can't pierce the Susanoo at all. So, well, at least Sasuke Susanoo, possibly that's part of his new RINNEGAN ability, maybe. So basically everyone who is out in the world is Infinite Tsukuyomi. They're all in the Genjutsu, except for the Edo Tensei Hokage and Team 7. It's Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. At this point, I don't know what Kakashi's going to do. He's just normal Kakashi, doesn't have a Sharingan, I don't know. Sakura seems as useless as ever. She doesn't even say anything, she just stands there. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, next we see that headband, before anyone even gets put under the Tsukuyomi, that Madara ripped off to reveal that third eye, the Sharingan thing, like Kaguya. Basically, that thing finally falls down to earth and happens to hit the scroll that sealed, or the Tenten has, that's holding the Sage of the Six Path tools, the gourd and the urn, I believe it is, or a pot or something. But yeah, they're the sealing tools, and Tenten, it's like a really big foreshadowing. She basically says, like, oh, I need a Cloud Ninja around, because she doesn't know how to use them, but she could possibly seal Madara with it, and I don't know. I think that maybe that'd be kind of cool to see Tenten get some glory, but she really seals Madara, and like that's how it ends, and I don't know. The whole series should have been 10-10 and 10-10 Shippuden or something, because that's ridiculous. But anyways, moving on. Next we see like Madara's like rape face, and I don't think there's any better rape face in the whole series than Madara's, because God, he was really getting into it. And like right under him, you see Kaguya's rape face, but hers is way more epic because it's like in the sky, and the moon is her Sharingan on her forehead. It's pretty crazy, and then the blinding light happens, and that's when everyone gets all put under the Tsukuyomi. But basically, shit just gets crazy. B pops out of the tentacle just in time to be put under the Tsukuyomi. I mean, he has that same blank, no dialogue, just looking up into the sky, look like everyone else. I mean, I assume if we took off his sunglasses, we'd see the RINNEGAN eye too. And basically Madara, he does this jutsu called Shinjukai Kotun. It's translates to Divine Genesis World of Trees, I believe. It's basically, it's the jutsu that connects the God Tree to everyone on Earth and, cocoons them up, and it's like, seems like it's draining their life force or something, or draining their chakra more likely, which, I mean, basically, I don't know if they're conscious when they're in it, but it just looks like a big cocoon. It's just kind of weird, And it's funny, Hashirama even knows what's going on. He says, "Oh, this is the World of Genesis jutsu." He's freaking out as it's happening, but it isn't hitting him or anything. It isn't affecting anyone who's Edo Tensei. And basically, there's this last scene of Hinata getting wrapped up, and I found this kind of weird how no one was talking who was under the Tsukuyomi, but Hinata is, I don't know if it's an inner thought, but she says like, oh, everything's getting dark, and her last words before being wrapped up in the cocoon was Naruto-kun. And the very next panel is Naruto like freaking out, like he sensed like, oh, that's my bitch, I need to go save her. He tries to hop out the Susanoo, but Sasuke grabs him and explains to him that if he hops out of that Susanoo, he's going to be put under the Tsukuyomi too, and if him and or Sasuke, or if they both die, there's no hope after that. They're like the last line of defense. They're the last hope. Everyone else is basically screwed. We see like a little spot with Obito or Zetsu. I assume it's just Black Zetsu talking because Obito looks like he's still either fucked up or just like fucked up so bad he's sleeping or he just knocked the fuck out. So Black Zetsu basically notices that the light of the moon's eye can't shine through Sasuke Susanoo. I believe it's possibly part of his new Rinnegan Eyes ability. The next page we see Yamato pop out of the Spiral Zetsu, and I kind of knew that was gonna happen. I figured it was Yamato the whole time. I don't know if he's got like free will or if he's maybe I don't know if it was maybe it was just Spiral Zetsu just hucking him out. But I mean I don't know. Honestly, and we don't really see him getting cocooned. Maybe he's not gonna get cocooned or for some reason too. I don't know. Anyways, the Minato wakes up and it's just kind of weird. He just wakes up and he's not wearing his cloak anymore for some reason, and it's got all those like black balls on it still, like the bijou balls or whatever those things were from the stage of from Madara basically. And they haven't even exploded or disintegrated him or anything. They're just chilling there on his freaking cloak like nothing. He just wakes up chilling on his carving of his face over in Konoha, and he's like, what the hell's going on? Because all he sees is just this big ass tree with all these cocoons hanging off of it, and that's where it ends. Anyways, guys, I'd give this chapter probably a 9 out of 10, honestly. I really enjoyed the chapter. It was just like a horror movie the whole time, everyone's just powerless to Madara's rape. He is raping the whole world all at once with this tree, and his face with Kaguya's face, that was just such an epic scene. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, this is my first time doing any of these like vlog type videos. I've never done a manga chapter review either, but I just thought I'd do it, give it a shot. I kind of had a lot of fun with it, to be honest. I may do more in the future, but if you want to see more, then be sure to like and comment below and tell me you want to see more of these. If you don't want to see more, then comment and tell me why, I guess. But I don't know. I may do more in the future regardless because I kind of like doing this. And anyways, have an awesome day as always, guys. This has been Berzerkinator, aka Zach. Peace.